what was that? Okay, I was trying to turn on my thing. Sorry, I got really fired up about that. All I wrote was doggy no sign. I didn't know I was that mad.
I wonder what. I would love to go, and I also hate to go inside their home because there would be lots of rules.
Man. Yeah,
there'd be lots of Post-it notes for the housekeeper and stuff like that.
Have you been to passiveaggressivenotes.com? Is that still a thing? Passive aggressive notes.
I like the sound of it.
That's so great. Yeah, it's a total rabbit hole. Because it's just it's every time at the office or an apartment building. People that leave. I've been one of these people. I think we all have as part of the appeal of it. It's like this grody part of you that at one time in your life, at some point, you've left like a weird long note to strangers, or a roommate, and you're just in a weird time in your life where you haven't learned shame yet, or you but it's just like there's always, sometimes you just see these notes when you remove the clothes from the dryer, make sure the lint trap is clean, and we don't have your lint getting into our lint. The problem is it's just like this diatribe, and it's just like so much intensity.
I got a note on my car one time, and it wasn't my best parking job of all time, but it was the best I could do. And I'm a firm believer that I'll get out of my car and look, and if I can use less space, I'll back it up to the very edge of the curb. I use all the space I can. One time I didn't, and I got a note that was clearly a copy. This person had a stack of those notes. It was a form letter to gentlemen or madam. It was that person just goes around doing that, and I kind of dig it because I like.
What do you?
I want better parking. I want people to use the space, but also don't have a fucking glove box full of.
The idea that what's standing between you and happiness is other people is like something that all of the assholes that never have to interact with you because they paid enough money to not have to, they're laughing all the way to the bank. Well, you and I are sitting there going could you please put your left shoe where the right shoe goes, because otherwise the thing won't go across the divider and it's very irritating. I was like, they've got us trained to police ourselves. Well, the cops.
I have a guy. I don't know where he lives. I do know that about 2 years ago, maybe more, I just kept hearing at strange hours of the night and the day, distant clarinet noodling. And I thought, okay, somebody's got a clarinet. They're learning. Maybe there's a kid taking clarinet lessons. But it was kind of klezmer-y, kind of Fiddler on the Roofy, it was kind of. And you could never fucking figure it out. And then you could hear it moving, like somebody's walking the streets. And it's fucking 3 a.m. And I would turn all the lights out and look, but there's not enough street light on my street. And I would see a figure, like a Sasquatch, going by. And I could see a huddled, just a silhouette going by. So now what he's done, he's taken up in a red SUV, and he parks on my street every 3 days, which I take to mean he has other streets he goes to where he's scattering that out and spreading it out and I've always heard it, and just all of a sudden there'll be a. And he parks right behind my office window at my place, and I heard a jogger come to the street and go, "Hey, bro. Play clarinet a lot?" There was some guy went to his window. A jogger came to his window. He just sits in the car, and I think my guess is he has a wife or a roommate or something like that. He's an older guy with gray hair. Also, the clarinet has awesome, Steven Tyler ribbons hanging off it.
Wait, now he's not a silhouette.
No. I've caught him in the daylight. I've seen him in the daylight. But I've tried to get the phone out and get footage, but he just evaporates. He's a mystical being. And now he sits across the street from my place, and I can see him from my window, but there's just enough reflection off the glass today. I can't get an image of him. And
what if it turned out to be old you? What if you took a picture and it was there was a reflection and you took it to a detective and he's like, enhance, and it was fucking you with long gray hair, and the clarinet had futuristic microchips on it or something. It was
he's certainly that mythological. So I have these new neighbors, and they came in, they're from England. She was like, do you frequently hear clarinet playing, or am I going mad? I'm like, no, like look across the street in the red SUV. It's so good. I don't want him to go away, but there's a jogger came up and completely just gave him shit. I think he lives nearby. I think he's pretending. This guy was like a jockey kind of guy. I think he pretended to
go jogging.
I think he lives right there, and then like went way around and jogged up to him. I live way across town, but it was weird playing clarinet all the time. Right. And I wanted to go shoot that guy.